great evening to each and every one of you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Testinonial Tuesday. We are live. We're going to give it a few moments. Go ahead and take the time to share. Take the time to tell. Take the time to tell somebody that I have another phenomenal guest on the other side of the screen, ready to share her story. And I guarantee you that this is one that you don't want to miss. All right, so ready for everybody. All right, we're gonna give it a few moments. About allow you to share. All right, so let's go ahead and get out. Ready for everybody. Happy day. Welcome, everybody that's jumping on. Great evening, everybody. All right. Everybody that's jumping on. We're super excited. Welcome to Testimonial Tuesday, where we can tell you and change all over the entire world. And so you have an opportunity to truly hear about something that we are excited to share. Our story. Welcome to Testimonial Tuesday. So go ahead and we are going to get this party started on tonight. Definitely send out those last minute messages, those last minute shares. And let's go ahead and let's get the party started. Great evening, everybody. All right. So happy Tuesday to everybody that's jumping on Testimonial Tuesday on this phenomenal day. We hope that each and every one of you have had an amazing day. My name is Pam McCray, and I have a beautiful guest on the other side of the screen with me on tonight, in which I'm not going to steal her shine. I want her to definitely come on here, introduce herself, and we're just excited because she has a powerful story. So you all want to tune in, chime in, tell somebody, let somebody know that none other than Miss Cheryl Mazique is here on the line with me on tonight. All right. So Cheryl, I want you to go ahead and let everybody know who you are, what you stand for, why you are so excited, where you're chiming in from. And again, I say thank you for being my phenomenal guest on tonight. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay, awesome. First, I want to say thank you, Ms. Pam McCray, for allowing me to come onto the platform to share my story. I'm super excited to be here on tonight. You guys, my name is Cheryl Mazique, and I am a mother of five, a full-time entrepreneur. Yes, girl, five, all ages, all stages. My oldest is 26, and newly engaged, and my baby is 10. And I am so excited about this journey. I help women that are in caregiver and leadership roles heal from trauma from the inside out with workbooks, online courses, retreats, experiences, and of course, the amazing Noni juice. And I'm so thankful and grateful about the opportunity to share these amazing products, specifically the Noni juice, because Noni is a healing fruit. And I help women to heal. I know that a part of my purpose is to help women learn how to heal so that they can teach their children and their grandchildren how to heal. And Noni is a part of that. So I'm so excited to be a part of that. The Noni movement to help 1 million families have an amazing experience with Noni juice. So that's who I am, and that's what I do, you guys.
Wow. You know what, Cheryl? That is phenomenal. Just hearing what you do, hearing a little bit about how you are here today and really helping women to heal from the inside out. That's so powerful because there's so many women out there who suffer in silence, and to know that this is what you're passionate about, this is your purpose, and then to find a company like the one that we are a part of where we are really helping people to take back their health. I know that that's the reason for a part of that smile on your face, because it's nothing like being able to get up every single day and to move in your purpose. As that busy mom of five, I don't even know. Number one, you know, you're not just a mom of five out there, getting it done, taking care of your health, taking charge, but you homeschool your
I
children,
do. I
right?
do. I homeschool my kids. 3 of the 5 are homeschooled. So I have my older kids and I have my babies. So yes, I homeschool.
Right. So you homeschool your children. And I know that even before we talk about your phenomenal health journey and your story, there's a mom out there, there's a woman out there that wants to know, how do you get it done? Because I know for a fact that's not easy. All right. We have 4 kids. Our oldest daughter, we actually homeschooled, right? And then we had our second daughter who was online, but I really didn't have to participate in too much of that. And she was just a go getter, right? So, but our oldest, we homeschooled. And I can tell you that I would have never been able to do it had it not been for, number one, my mom, who took authority because she was an educator, right? And she did pretty much everything. And then, of course, the homeschool groups. So, how do you get all of this done? Because you are the CEO of Ladies of Faith Over Fear, helping women heal from the inside out. You are building this partner co business that we are on here to talk about. You're a mom of 5, you're homeschooling. How do you get it done? Get it done.
So the grace of God, and I'm a wife as well, right? So the grace
Right,
of
right,
the
right.
grace of
Let's not
God.
forget my husband, all right?
The grace of God, right? The strength. Asking him to help me on this journey because it's not easy. Some days it's easy and some days it's not. But what I love about homeschool, and I live in the state of Texas, and in the state of Texas, they don't really have any like ground rules when it comes to homeschooling. Like you get a chance to choose your own curriculum. Like at first, when my children started to do homeschool, we were doing online school. They were still a part of the school system, but they were online. But things shift, and we decided to do homeschool where myself and my husband, we're in control of the curriculum. And so I get a chance to create the curriculum. So I'm able to teach my children how to actually function in this world outside of just doing fluff stuff. And I don't knock anybody their children still go to school, but a lot of stuff that we're taught is not stuff to really be able to function as a functioning adult. And so we have the ability to teach them life skills. I'm also farming. I'm trying to do full homestead at home where we raising chickens. Like that is not what I grew up doing.
All right, so
So
we didn't talk about the farm.
that we did. We have chickens and we have horses and we have
Oh,
cows and all of that stuff. Just trying to, and I'm planting and gardening and stuff like that. So just teaching them those different things. And so with homeschooling, you don't have to do it every day. So we choose what day. So we do like Monday, Tuesday. No, I'm sorry. We do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we don't have to do it all day. So we may do like 2 hours out the day for those 3 days. So that's what makes it easy, and just trying to get your calendar together. So that's one thing. You got to get organized. And that was one of the things that I was. And I was all over the place, if I'm going to be honest with you. When you have 50 million things going on, but organization is key.
yes, and you're so right. And no matter what you do, being organized, I know that that is the key to getting everything done. But wow, that just sounds amazing. Horses, man.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness, how many horses you got? I know. Listen, y'all, we're gonna get into the test. But I'm loving this. We're gonna get into the testimony and the products. But how many horses you got?
We have about 6 horses. And the thing is, I don't even like animals. My kids and my husband have the horses. I just live here with the animals. But yes,
So
we
you
have
don't
horses.
ride? You don't ride them?
Now, I've rode the horse before with one of my favorite horses. But outside of that, I don't really. It's not my thing.
My gosh, I can tell you what, our youngest girl would love coming to your house because I remember, growing up when she was younger. As a matter of fact, she's getting ready to get back into it. She had a passion, and she would compete, as in challenges as she was taking her lessons.
Oh,
So she had
awesome.
won all these medals, and that's something that she always wanted to do. And she just came to me. She said, "Mom, I think I'm gonna get back into it." So, I just why I talked about the horses. But all right,
That's
y'all.
nice.
All right. Yeah. And so let's go ahead and let's talk about this journey here. And why we are so excited to really be bringing Noni back, but to even be a part of such an amazing company that really is bringing health back to the world, because we have products that flat out work, right? And that's
Yes.
one of the things that we both say that we really love, is that our products are not on trial. And we know that there's many companies out there, many products out there, but when you have doctors that endorse them, medical doctors that endorse them, when you have the clinical studies and all of the certifications and things of that nature, it makes it so much easier because we deliver results, and results that absolutely last, right? So tell us a little bit about, who Cheryl was, outside of all of those roles. What was going on in your life, prior to you saying yes to the Noni, from a physical perspective, and, in order to bring forth the change that has happened. So let's talk about what you were dealing with at that time.
Okay, so when I got introduced to Noni, which was last year, it was at a time when I knew I was looking for something because I wanted to get back on the journey. I started the journey in 2019 when my health went into a state of not knowing what was going on. Up 3 nights straight, couldn't go to sleep. Went to the ER. They put me on blood pressure medication. I didn't like the way that made me feel. I started to look for something natural, and so that's how I actually got into doing natural supplements. And so in 2021 my mother passed away, and when she passed away I stopped doing everything, right? And
Right,
so I was in a place of looking for something new but not knowing that I needed something, right? I knew I needed something, but I didn't know what it was, let's put it that way. And
right,
so when I got the call about we found something, we found a home, I was like, okay, I know it's Dr. Lanika and it's Greg. I actually told them if they found something to call me, but I wasn't expecting them to call me.
right.
And
You're
so
like,
I
wait,
was,
I was just
yeah,
kidding. Right, right, right.
yeah. So it's like, okay, I wasn't expecting them to call me, especially so quickly. And
Right,
so when they said they found something, I was like, okay, whatever it is, because of the track record that they have, because of the integrity that they have, because of who they are. I didn't see no presentation. I didn't see anything. I said yes. Okay, what I need, tell me what I need to sign on the dot, and I said yes. But I was in a place of coming out of depression, not knowing that I was in depression, but I was depressed because my mom had passed away. Like that
right,
is one of the most hard, that is the hardest thing that you can ever go through as a person, to lose a mother. You
right,
know, you would hear, well, I know for me, like I would hear people prior to me losing my mother saying that they lost their mother. Of course, you felt for them, right? You had condolences, you felt
right.
for them, but you don't really understand
Mm,
until your mother has taken her last breath. And for
right,
me, I did have the pleasure of watching my mother take her last breath. Like I was there the whole time, and that whole process was just, it was life changing. And so I
right.
was in a state of depression and not knowing it, and I had gained a lot of weight from grief. And so when I was looking back at the pictures, I was like, man, I thought I was looking good and I thought I was in a good place, but I wasn't compared to now. And so that's a place where I was, a place of needing change, but not realizing I need change. But God knew what I needed, and He sent what I needed. So that's where I was when Noni came into my life.
Wow. And you said a lot there, because number one, a lot of times things, life and things will happen. And, from a physical perspective, we don't really realize that things are happening. Like you said, you thought that you were good until you really took the time to look at yourself. And I can relate to, that grief, as we talked about it, because I remember when I lost my mom, and it was very, very difficult, but we watched my mom suffer. And because she was suffering from a disease where she no longer remembered us, it was kind of like we released her, but and so we were thankful to not see her in any pain. But when you're not dealing with that, like when I lost my dad, that was a little different. And it was simply because it was sudden. And he was 96, but it was just sudden. And when it happened, I didn't realize, just like you, Cheryl, that I was depressed, and that was probably aside from being pregnant, that was my biggest time in life where I had gained the most weight. And I never forget that, because I was pushing 180, and I didn't realize it until one day I saw something that shifted me back into realizing and remembering who I was,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes it takes that, but life, and everybody goes through those moments in life in which we really don't realize it. But, thank God for the moments in which that shift begins
Yeah.
and it comes
And
into our life, right? And
yeah.
so you heard about this product. And even an opportunity. You didn't have to ask any questions, right?
Mm-mm.
And
I
kudos to
didn't.
you, right? Because that was us. We didn't have to ask no questions. We didn't need to see nothing. We didn't need to see. Oh, we didn't know nothing. Okay, we just know that we needed to shift. And at the end of the day, we trusted who we were being introduced to it, just like you, and we were ready to rock and roll. And sometimes you just got to go for it, right? So
Yes.
now these products come into your life and you are what happens next, because I remember, and I'll let you talk about it. I'll never forget when we first got started a little over a year ago, and we kicked off that first transformation challenge, and you were the one of the most consistent people in this group, and you never stopped. Most people quit, most people fell off, but it literally ignited you to where I know you have people who are in your stories, who are watching you on your journey, and literally you've created, a whole movement around your desire to get yourself healthy. So let's talk about the shift and the change.
Yeah. So the shift and the change was just putting myself out there, right? Accepting the challenge. Y'all put the challenge out there. I accepted the challenge. Prior to it though, I had already started going to the gym. So in September of 2022, I started going to the gym. I had hired a personal trainer. And
Wow.
so yeah, I did, but my mindset still didn't completely shift like it needed to, because I was just still eating whatever, not really understanding the process of food and understanding the process of protein, but the accountability piece. And
Mhm.
so I decided to just make sure I share my journey, because what I realize is people come in my inbox every all the time and just like, well, thank you so much for sharing your journey, because I see you doing this, I can do this, right? Or I've fallen off and I don't know how to get back started, which is start do a walk-in place video at home if you want to. Just you don't have to go to the gym. Everybody can't go to the gym. Like prior, like the beginning of this year, I was going to the gym 5 days a week, but things have shifted for me, right? So homeschool is back in session now, and I'm doing things a little different. So now I'm working out at home, and so even though I can't go to the gym, I still know the importance of moving my body. So now I do my hula hoop for 30 minutes. Doing a hula hoop for 30 minutes is like walking 2 miles. Walking 2 miles, just doing it in place. And then I also understand the importance of lifting. So I have dumbbells. You can do a lot with some dumbbells, as you know, because you're amazing. Your fitness is amazing. And so just shifting and pivoting. So yes, I just made a decision. Like I didn't want to be in the same place that I was. I made a decision because what I realized, that decision, when I make a decision, it involves not just me, but it involves my children. It involves my spouse. And I always think back to my mother's journey, right? She made a decision to make bad health choices with some of the things that she put in her body, which ended her life a little sooner than she anticipated. And so I had to make a decision that I don't want that. I want to be able to live fully. I don't want it to be a decision that I made to stop me from being on this earth as long as God has me here. So I made a decision, and I had to realize that it wasn't just me that decision affects. And so I just started to do it and make a daily decision to do it.
Wow. Wow. And you've been doing it. And I can tell you, a lot of people out there don't realize that really is just about a decision. And once you make that decision and you realize that your health is everything, and I love the fact that you said it's not just about you. It really isn't. Our life is really not just about us, but we have to realize that God has given us a purpose. We have our family that we should be considering and taking and understanding that, what, it affects everybody when we're unhealthy. So therefore, let's decide to do something different in order to have something different. So let's
Mhm.
talk about, so what has happened. So you started on the noni, right? And let's talk about what has happened from this decision. Where
Okay.
are you today?
let's talk about it. So, I know you have the before and afters, but I made a decision, y'all, and so
Pull that up in just a minute,
I
and
know, right? So I lost 40 pounds, y'all, and when I looked at,
wait, hold on. Listen, I want everybody to hear this. Cheryl has lost 40 pounds. All right. She made a decision. She moves her body. Sometimes, Cheryl, people don't want to exercise, and that's the
that
craziest thing.
part,
All right. Right. She moves her body. She hula hoops. I can't do that. I tried it. My hips just don't move like that. Okay. But she does everything. She understands weights, building muscle. All right. Because as we age, Cheryl, our muscle is going in the wrong direction and we
tell
need
me
it to be able to sit down and get back up at the end of the
that
day.
part.
So she lost 40 pounds. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you keep going.
No, you are good. That part. Yes, 40 pounds. I'm down from a size 22, and I think I'm at a 16, honestly, because I had an 18 on, and I like when I was in Raleigh, and I'm like, I was able to fit these pants, and now they keep falling. And so I
That's
think
a
it's a
good
size 16. It is a good thing. It really is. And so lots and lots of inches, but I feel good when I look in the mirror. It's like my clothes fit good on me. I don't have to have any Spanx on if I choose not to, right? Because sometimes I just don't want to wear no Spanx. I want to be comfortable in my clothes. And so I used to be that person when I go to the dressing room. I didn't like the way the clothes felt. I'm like, gosh, it just don't even look right. Like I just felt disgusted, but I don't feel that way. Like as simple as taking a picture, a selfie in the bathroom in a public restroom. Like I can do that now. At first, I just felt like a little fat blimp, if I can be honest. And I didn't like it. And so those things just make me smile. And so that's where I am. And I feel amazing. And as easy as getting up and down on my low couch. Because as I have a couch back here and it's low. And before I lost the weight, it was a struggle to get up off the couch. At
Mhm.
40 years old. I'm 41 now, but at 40 years old. And so now I can get up off the couch. I can get up off the floor. I can drop down to the floor if I need to do something and get back up with no problem. And that feels amazing.
Yeah, and I can relate to that. So when you couldn't get down and get back up, was it like knee issues? Was it anything
It
with
was
your knee, just in
it
general?
was me, weight, all of it, girl. Just all of it.
That because I know that was me. Like I couldn't bend down and get back up, and just losing the weight. People don't realize that for every pound that you lose, it takes 3 pounds of pressure off your knees. Okay, so if you're dealing with knee pain, perhaps you might need to lose some weight. Okay, that's just
That
about
part.
right. But it does help when I lost the weight. On top of the noni, all right, right. It made a difference in my life, but the noni began to work before I even began to lose the weight.
That
So,
part.
it's just incredible to just see where you are, where you were, and where you are now. And it all just started with that decision and now these products. So
Mhm.
the noni, I know it started with the noni for you and y'all, everybody. This is the Tahitian noni, God's gift. All right. It literally helps with everything in your body, right? It is going to help with your sugar levels, your pressure levels, any type of battles that you're dealing in your body, as far as with joint pain, cardiovascular. It literally goes into your body. It seeks out what's not functioning as God intended to function. And it's going to zap those areas back into place. You can
Yeah.
consume it. You can use it on your body, on your skin. You have dry skin, right? You have eye issues. You can make eye drops, ear infection, no matter what it is. All right. Yes. This noni does everything. Okay. And
Mhm.
so it truly it shrinks growths, abnormal growths in your body. We have clinical studies that prove this, right? And so how much of this noni do you take?
Okay, so the recommended is what, 2 ounces. I take
What?
more than 2 ounces, y'all.
You
I take more than 2 ounces. Sometimes in the morning I may take 4 to 6 ounces, and then sometimes at nighttime I may drink another 4 ounces. Like I go through noni. I don't drink juice like we used to. Um, and it's not just me. So I made that for my household. So I juice, like if they want juice, sometimes I'll juice like fresh apples so they can have fresh apple juice, just different things like that. Um, if I'm gonna make lemonade, I try to make fresh lemonade. Yeah, I might have to add a little sugar to it, but just really trying to not just by myself, but as much as these kids will allow me to, because sometimes they like, "Ma, I don't want this." Well, look, I'm trying to save your life now.
Yeah,
You gonna thank me later.
they don't understand it now, but they will because we cut
They
out by.
will.
So yeah, they right. We got
Hmm.
big kids, right? So I understand. So about so you drink enough, right? So at least
Yeah,
4 to 6
about
ounces.
4 to 6 ounces. Yes.
Okay. And so you take the noni. What
Mhm.
has helped you? What else? You also do the drops, right? Have you done the drops to drop the
Yes,
40? You did the noni skinny,
absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. The Noni Skinny Body System. So I would use the little individual packets that you had, or of
Uh,
course I'll drink some of the Noni out of the bottle. But the Noni and the skinny drops was most part of what I did. And so when I lost those 40 pounds, it was probably about like a 90-day
okay.
time span, if you want to give it like a time span
Yes.
within 90 days. And what I had to realize is that it's a process. Sometimes you get frustrated when you see people get results and you're like, well, why I'm not getting results as fast. But you have to realize it took longer than 90 days to get the weight on. And so you have
Yeah.
to, yeah, you have to understand it's going to take a process to get the weight off. And
Right. Right.
so just enduring the journey. So I take that. You want to know about all of the products that I take
Well, you
right
know what?
now?
We'll talk about these drops for just a moment.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, what Cheryl is talking about is these are coined as our skinny drops, but they're not weight loss drops, but they're helping people to achieve their weight loss goals. They balance your hormones. So, for Cheryl, for myself, matter of fact, I see a whole sign back there behind you. Hormonal balancing drops.
About-
It's skinny drops. Yeah, hormone balancing, right? So a lot
Yes.
of times you don't realize you're dealing with issues in your body, whether weight loss, whether it's your pressure level, sugar level. When your body gets out of whack, and you can't help it because environmental issues, the things that we eat, even the lotions, the things that we put on our body,
Yes.
right? Just
Mhm.
everything throws your hormones off. Matter of fact, I saw something. If you're drinking water out of plastic bottles, you might not want to do that anymore because there's chemicals in it that's throwing your hormones out of whack. And so these are going to speed up your metabolism and help to really bring that body back into balance. And so this is one of the products that we're really, really loving. And I know that Cheryl takes a lot of products, and we're gonna talk about a couple of them. But you know what? Before I do that, before we shift, I want to definitely bring up your before and after photos so that people can really see, your story because it's so powerful, right? 40 pounds down, and I can tell you that I see the smile on your face, and I just want to hear from you. How does this make you feel? Like you, from the person on the left to the person on the right. How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel good because, baby, I thought I was doing something on that left, but when I go back and look at it, I was not in a good place. I was not in a good place mentally, especially physically, and I'm thankful that I have the opportunity, right, to transform because I look like a whole new person on the other side. I feel like a whole new person on the other side. It's just a different glow, and even with my hair, like the process of changing my hair, like all of that was a process. And so I'm aging backwards. I can definitely tell you that.
Yeah,
And so
definitely.
I'm loving that.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on those 40
Thank
pounds
you.
because your story is definitely inspiring people all over the world, just because of that commitment to your health. And really and truly, ladies and gentlemen, that is what it is all about. So I know you love a lot more of our other products. So tell us a little bit about some of the other products that you love here.
Absolutely. So, one of my favorites is Vanali, and I don't have it in front of me, but
Oh,
Vanali helps. Oh, you have some. So the Vanali helps with hair, skin, and nails. I originally started to take Vanali because our amazing leader was telling us how it helps with stretch marks and with skin. And so, because I'm losing this weight, I'm like, I don't want to be a person that lose all this weight and have saggy skin, and I don't want to have surgery. And so that's originally why I started to take the Vanali. Okay, but I've gotten some amazing benefits, other benefits from the Vanali. So my nails, so these are my real nails. I just get an overlay over them. They are growing like a weed. My hair has grown tremendously, and then sinuses and allergies. So I used to really deal with allergies and sinuses really bad, y'all. So I don't know about you guys if you have family members or if yourself, if you're one of those people that snort like making those noises in the morning time when you wake up. Like that used to be me. That used to be my story. I know my husband was like, "What in the world is going on with her?" Right? And my best friend, we talk on the phone every single Monday through Friday, 8:30 every morning. And she used to be like, "Girl, I'm tired of you snorting." Right. But I don't do that anymore since I've been taking the finale. So I no longer have allergies and sinus issues with the finale. Moa, I absolutely love Moa. Moa helps like with joint pains. So the reason why I really started taking Moa is when we went to PXP last year. And so many people was talking about talking about the Moa. Like we was talking about Noni, they was talking about how amazing Moa is. And so when I tasted it on its own, I was like, I'm not
Yeah,
taking this. This stuff is nasty.
felt that way about the taste, okay? Because it puts me in the mindset of, and I've never had one. Um, what's the drink that tastes like tomato juice? That people like the morning
VA,
drink.
VA juice.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
VA?
VA, but this I can't think of it, but it reminds me of like tomato juice, but spicy.
Okay. Okay.
Tomato juice, but spicy, right? But it has an acquired taste, but I like the kick. I like the spiciness to it, right?
Yeah,
This are
yeah, I
amazing.
didn't like it.
Yeah,
I didn't like it.
that mushroom power, right? And
Yes.
yeah, yeah. So you
Mhm.
take that and what else?
So I take that, but originally I didn't like the taste.
Okay,
But I heard one of our teammates talk about how she got hurt at an event and she started to take the Moa. Then I said, you know what? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it and I mix it with the noni. And when you mix it, you don't taste it, just as long as you get it in your body. Yes.
okay.
So I take it every
Interesting.
morning. But I decided to take it too because as you lift, when you go up to the next notch of the weight, it's a little heavier and sometimes your body gets sore. So
Right,
that's why I take the Moa so I won't have to soak in the tub. So I take Moa, I take Restorex to make sure that I'm detoxing my body from all of the heavy metals, from parasites, because believe it or not, you have parasites in your body if you're not detoxing.
right.
All of the harsh chemicals and all of that great stuff. So I take that. What else do I take? I take Renew sometimes to help you sleep at nighttime. I love me some Renew.
Oh, yeah.
Um, one of my favorites. Sometimes sometimes I take the Pure Nourish as well for the protein. I used to be a person, I don't really like protein powder, but I make my fresh almond milk. Sometimes I do almond and sometimes I do walnut. And so I just mix it with the walnut or almond milk and I drink it like that. I used to always like to eat it, and I'm sorry, drink it with fruit, but listening to Coach Pam and Coach Nate, they say do not mix that fruit in that doggone protein like that. The
Don't lose.
frozen one. So I try not to do that, but I used to do that all the time. And so I think that's all the products. Is it all of them?
Well, you know
We
what?
take a lot
That's the we definitely believe in being products of our products, But I do want to point out one thing as you're talking about the Pure Nourish, because that's our protein that Nate and I definitely love. And to that person out there, because Cheryl and I, we had a conversation that one of the things that was really hindering her for being able to lose the weight was she didn't eat enough. And I
mhm.
can relate to that because the Pure Nourish, number one, is a meal replacement. It can definitely help somebody, if they're trying to go in the other direction, although you're probably about 2% of the world. You need to gain weight, but for most of us need to lose it, right? But it's a meal replacement and it's going to give our body everything that it needs. And so let's
Mhm.
talk about that for a little bit because I can relate until I committed to these drops, which then helped me to really fully commit to the protein that we have, the Pure Nourish. I wasn't eating enough. And I know that that was slowing down my metabolism. And so that was your case too, right?
It was because I found myself fasting because I fast for spiritual purposes, but also the benefits of weight loss as well with intermittent fasting.
Right.
And I would find myself not eating enough food in the time frame. Like I will only eat 2 meals, but really trying to get that protein in. And so it's really important. And so that's one of the things that I was missing. I was not eating enough and I was not intaking enough protein, which is really important when you're on the health and wellness journey.
It is, and a lot of people miss that, But when you commit to the Noni Skinny Body system, or even just these drops, you have to eat. That was one thing that I love. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm losing weight and I'm
That part.
eating. Okay, you just got to cut out the sugars, all right, and the carbs, all right, because number one, they're not good for you anyway, all right. And at the end of the day, you can eat and be able to lose the weight, and the Noni is going to speed up your weight loss. And as Cheryl and I talked about, that muscle is very important. So it helps you to not just lose the weight, but to build that muscle. And so, which is very to maintain that muscle so that you don't lose the muscle, which is very important. And then when you look at all these other products too, like that you mentioned, this finale, like I can say that this is one that I need to commit to more, because especially after just hearing all these stories on this finale, just seeing it. But I can say that I take it, but I need to commit to it more because it's packed with number one, vitamin C. So it's going
Mhm.
to build that immune system, right? Just like many of our other products do too. But that whole fact that you've lost 40 pounds and you've been able to keep your skin tight, that's huge.
Mhm.
Okay, that's huge. All right, because people will have to go get surgery for that, Cheryl, and it
Mhm.
helps cellulite and stretch marks. Don't worry about it. All right, it's gonna tighten and tone. So love it for everything else, right? So I
That
know we
part.
about products and what they do, and you have so many different stories. I know you even shared with me how you got sick, right? There's a lot of people out there that's dealing with getting sick right now. We're living in a world where we know that disease that shut down the world back in 2020, people are still getting it. And you even saw benefits from being on this noni, because we know that we have a clinical study that says that this Tahitian noni stops, inhibits, that means stops it from happening, right? And we have proven studies. National Library of Medicine, Dr. Brett West, all right, talks about this. So you don't have to listen to Cheryl or myself, all right? But it works. So you have a story too of it working, right?
Yes, absolutely. So I have two stories with the noni, but before I do the stories with the noni, let me make sure I say this about the skinny drops. So
Uh-huh.
y'all, the skinny drops also helped me to with the night sweats. So I had a partial
Mhm.
hysterectomy 11 years ago, and
Wow.
so I was one of those ones where my house is like on 65 degrees. Okay,
I could
ceiling fan on. I have to sleep in my birthday suit. Yeah, it was a hot mess. Okay, and so these have really stopped that. So I no longer deal with the night sweats. It really has balanced my hormones. So
yeah,
no matter what age you are, you could be, and I'm in my early 40s and I'm dealing with pre menopause things. So
mhm,
they work. So I wanted to make sure I said that
yeah,
before
information. I'm
before
glad
we hopped off.
Yeah, I'm glad you added that, because there's a lot of women out there. We got the answer. You don't have to suffer. Stop
You
spending
don't
money,
have
all
to.
this extra money on hormone medications that fix something and cause you to feel some kind of way, ladies. These prescription drugs are not our friends. All right. I'm not telling anybody on here to come off of your stuff. But at the end of the day, we're letting you know that there are natural alternatives so that you don't have to fix one area of your life and now feel some kind of way or have some long-term effects from these medications that these doctors. That's why they don't tell you that this is listed in their physician's desk reference. They can literally tell you to take this, right? Prescribe it, like for real. They don't tell you that because it's all natural. Just
That
saying,
part.
right? So,
That part says. So, y'all, with this noni, I just love, love, love it. Y'all see that smile because I love Noni. Noni
Right.
helps me to overcome those sicknesses. So in our business, we have the opportunity and the pleasure to travel, right? And so one trip, I was on a business trip and I came back home and I wasn't feeling well. And so I
Mhm.
took a test and it confirmed that it was that. And so I rested that night, that whole day. So I rested for a whole day and I drank a whole bottle of Noni. Yes, a whole bottle, y'all. It's juice.
Oh, wow. All right,
A
because
whole
somebody
bottle.
I said, wait a minute, is that safe? Can I take a whole
It's
bottle?
safe.
Yes, you can. You can drink as much noni as you want. As a matter of fact, people who battle chronic diseases, we recommend, all right, because this noni will stop bad cells in your body. Okay, it helps with all of that. And we recommend flush your body with the noni. Drink it. You can never drink too much. So go ahead, Cheryl.
Absolutely. No, you have to we have to submerge ourselves. And so I submerged myself in that noni y'all. And literally that next morning I popped up like a spring chicken and went on about my day as if nothing was wrong the day before. Okay, so that was the first time with sickness. And so when it happened, I was like, man, we really got our hands on something amazing
Yes,
because some people, it take a lot to get over that and simply drinking juice, like
right.
drinking juice. So simple. Yes, it is definitely God's gift, and I'm so grateful that we have the opportunity to share it. And so the second thing, y'all, I was on another business trip. Yeah, I travel. Okay, as a mommy of five and a full-time entrepreneur, you got to get away from the kids sometimes. I love my babies, but sometimes mama need a break. Okay.
Right, right.
Yes. Yeah, so I went to Tennessee, had an amazing, amazing time. Sunday came, getting ready to check out, but that morning I woke up, I had gas on my back. I started throwing up. I had food poisoning. I ate some fish, and that fish it jacked me up, and so I couldn't even get on the plane, y'all. I had to cancel my flight and reschedule it to the next day. I got another hotel room because we had to check out of that one. I actually went to the airport and tried to, go through the process, and I was throwing up. And it was so sad because like I'm over here by the garbage can throwing up. It's like people passing by, nobody like, baby, you okay? You all right? No, they did not.
That's the world we live in. So sad.
It is. It's so sad. And so I picked myself up, got myself together, and went and got a hotel room. And I stayed an extra day and I slept that night. And I got on the plane the next morning. I came home and guess what I did? I drank a whole nother bottle of noni juice. I submerged my cells with noni juice because I understood the power of what this bottle of juice is going to do. And so the next morning, what did I do? I popped up like a spring chicken and went on about my day. So thankful to God's gift of noni juice. So those are my real life testimonies of what noni has done for me.
Wow, wow, incredible, and I know that that's the reason why we wake up every single day, Cheryl, and really smile because we know what we have in our hands. It really is God's gift, and we're seeing so many lives being changed, which really helps us to understand our purpose even that much more because we're the chosen ones, right? We are truly the
Yeah.
chosen ones. Everybody's not going to get this. Everybody is not going to receive as we share, but the right ones will. And the ones
Yes.
that do receive it, for those of you that are watching this, somebody thought about you in order to share this live with you, in order to really help you change your life, health wise, or maybe it's health wise and financial wise, but because it truly is an opportunity of a lifetime. And so, Cheryl, as we get ready to close this thing out, I just want to ask because you are truly a product of the product. You've lost 40 pounds. You shout out, you've been committed to your health journey, right? And just taking your life back. But you didn't just say, yes, I want to be a customer, right? When you got that call, you said, I want to jump all in. I want to go all in and I want to be a part of this opportunity. And so, from a financial perspective, right? Not going into, what all our company does, how we, get paid and everything like that. because it truly is a company that's new. It's ground floor. We have technology that's through the roof. We have incredible founders that are just top notch. Everything is just, it's really almost, I know nothing's perfect, but we got some serious stuff happening over here, right?
Yes,
That's
yes, yes.
introducing a whole new concept with partnership marketing over here that we know will last, right? We're building truly a legacy here. And so, what has your yes, as a wife, as a mom of five who's doing so many different things, moving in your purpose, how has that yes been able to, benefit you financially? What are some of the things that you've been able to do? I see you travel, number one, right? That's huge. You're able to travel, right? But let's talk about that for just a moment so that that person that maybe is on the fence, or maybe it's fourth quarter and you're saying, I'm still in the same position and I'm tired of the struggle, or I want to be able to help some people. Let's talk about that for just a moment as we close this out.
Yeah, absolutely. So of course, travel is one of those perks. But like with my kids, I am very, very family oriented, and being able to like go do extra things for my children. Like we be traveling, we be eating, we go eat, we go hang out, we go to jump places. Like I really emerge in being a full present mother, because I remember when I was present but I wasn't present. Okay.
Mhm.
And so I'm here with them working. I was still working from home prior to, being able to be a full-time entrepreneur. So I was here but I wasn't here. And so it allows me to be present with my children. It allows me to be able to go out and have fun with them, not be that, no mom, no you can't have this, no you can't have that. We're not one of those parents where they have everything, but
Right,
we're able to say yes more than we are to say no. And if we say no, it's not because of finances, it's
right,
because of, no, that's just something that you don't need at this moment. And
right,
so that, and being able to help our older children, like if
mm,
they need something, like, okay, well mama got you,
right,
mama have you. We can give them that hand up that we maybe didn't have in certain areas. And so the time freedom and the flexibility of being able to make that extra income simply by running our mouth, because I like to run my mouth. Okay. If you personally know me, I likes to talk. And we talk all the time. So why not get compensated to talk and run my mouth about something that's truly changing my life? And it just feels good. Like when I go back home, because I'm originally from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, for people that may not say anything to me on social media, but they see me on social media and they say, I see you, cuz you look good. I see you, girl. You doing your thing. And so for them to see me as a somebody that they know, but they don't know me as little cousin anymore. But this person that's really making a decision to change her life and helping so many other people. So that's what the opportunity has done for me.
wow, wow. Well, you know what? That's that's everything. And I just want to say, powerful, powerful story. And just to know, number one, as I listen to everything that it has done for you financially, as that mom, there's nothing like just being present. Just being present. Just being present, because I'm like you. I know what it feels like to be there, but to not be present. And I remember those moments and I can't get them back. But to have the opportunity to be present in your kids' life, in your family's life, in life in general, there is no greater feeling. All right. So, congratulations on your incredible story, all of your success. We know that this is just the beginning, right? We
Just the
are just
beginning.
started, Cheryl. And you know what? As we are literally going all the way to the top, because ladies and gentlemen, just like Cheryl mentioned earlier in this conversation, we are on a mission. And y'all look in my eyes, all right? We will impact 1 million lives, all right, across this world. It's not a question of will we get it done. It's a question of will you get back with the person who invited you to listen to this incredible testimonial Tuesday and say, I'm ready to be one. Whether it's your health or whether you want to join us on this entire journey, the choice is yours. The decision is yours. And the time is now. So So thank you so much, Cheryl, for coming on here on this Testinonial Tuesday. Very powerful story. And let's go all the way to the top with this one. All right. Love you from the bottom of our heart. And let's make it another great moment in life as we continue to change lives all over the entire world. So thank you so much, Cheryl.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Love you. All right, y'all. Let's go. All right, we say thank you so much for tuning in to another Testimonial Tuesday. All right, live and streams all over the entire world. All right, and we can truly say with you that you can have next, but you got to decide to be next. All right, so this takes place every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Definitely tune in and time to share this live with somebody because we know that this story will bless